that I've been a bit stagnant in my content production, and there of course are reasons for that, but probably the biggest reason is procrastination, which is kinda ironic because I'm also working on a video about time management. But I guess the reason why I made this video is because I kinda ran out of old videos to upload. So in light of that, I decided that I'll just quickly reflect onto stuff that I wanna make and stuff that's happening right now in my life. So I've been in training for a programming job, and soon I will officially start working there, and it's web development, web applications, websites and stuff. It's very fun and very stressful and time consuming. And besides that, as I've mentioned, I want to make a time management video, because there was a TED talk which kinda talked about it, and then they said a very important phrase that I liked, which is saying I don't have time is basically the same as saying it's not a priority, and that's very important. Also, this shirt that I'm wearing, it's a it's a shirt from one of the websites that we're managing, and yeah, that website is actually really well done, and I like it personally. Other stuff that I wanna make a video on is how CPU works and what it is, essentially, and a bunch of other stuff as well. I've just been writing down stuff, what I want to talk about, and what I've been thinking, and in the past week I also managed to watch few movies, about 4 of them, which I liked all of them, and I would recommend them all. I should probably go to the computer and tell which ones those are, because I don't remember by heart. Let's see, also this is recorded on my cell phone, which is why it's shaky so much, and which is why the quality is a bit sideways, one might say. Okay, Google Keep. I've also found a light adaptation. Let's see. There we go. I've also found an old text file, I guess, that I've written when Google Home came out, and it's kind of sarcastic and kind of funny as well. So I wanna record that as well. So movies that I watched is Kimi no Na wa, which is a Japanese animation which talks about, it tells a story of a boy and a girl swapping places, and there's another parameter there that influences how the story works, but they end up stop swapping places with each other. So this is like, I guess magic, one could say, is how they swap places, because they don't actually know each other personally, and I like write down stuff that the other should do and shouldn't do. It's very interesting, and it gets a bit sad, but the ending is satisfying, at least to me. Then the second is a short movie. Actually, it's Reality Plus, and it shows future world where we have chips inside of our brains. Well, you can get it installed, and you can activate it for 12 hours, and after 12 hours it has to cool down for 12 hours. But it essentially allows everyone else that's wearing the chip to see you the way you want others to see you. So you select how you want to look, and it's very interesting. The third was Charlotte's Song. This was also a very interesting movie because it continues the story of Little Mermaid. So it tells the story of Little Mermaid's daughter, which is very interesting. It has very tiny horror bits, but not really scary. And then the fourth movie, which I really enjoyed, is Sweet Red Bean Paste, and it's a Japanese movie. It's kinda teaches you about life, and it's a perspective of camera, quite interesting, one might say. I've just came to realization that I might be as quiet as I am because I'm holding my hand where the microphone is. Oh well, Red Bean Paste. It's a story about guess sweets shop owner who hires an old woman who suffered from a disease but no longer has. And the story, the teaching, the moral of the movie is, or I guess the thing that plagued the owner is that he wanted to know the stories of everyone, but because of how he lived his life, he couldn't fulfill that. I highly recommend that. It's Sweet Red Bean Paste. And the fifth movie is Things to Come, also known as El Avenir. Probably not, but those are the letters. It's a French movie. The words that my mother used, because I watched it with my mother, is that it shows a very brutal reality of a breakup and a divorce and the major effects it has. And the story follows a a philosophy professor who gets divorced by her husband because her husband found another woman, and shortly after her mother died. So she spends her time teaching at the university and hanging out with one of her former students who's writing a book. So it's very interesting. A bit sad at moments, but very interesting and highly recommended, at least from my side. Also, I've listened to a lot of Yogpod, which is a podcast like a radio show. And let's go back to the bed. Although I don't know if anything will be heard, but I'm sure that in the future, when I will want to receive this information again, to remember what I said, I will find a way. Another thing is when I was shaving my face, I was thinking a third person could say, "Oh, you shaved your face. You finally took time to do so. But the reality is, I didn't take time to shave my face. I procrastinated from making a good quality movie, and my decision of procrastination was to shave my head, to wash my hair and everything. I basically did pretty much everything besides making a YouTube video, which is sad, and I do hope that I manage to get around that. Dark eyes, bright eyes. I do hope I get around that, because I have many things I wish to create, especially in video format. There's also a lot of stuff that I want to code. Today I had a great idea, or even yesterday, to put all of the elements into the code, like each element is its own struct, and then create a program, maybe even a game, oriented around the interactions between those elements. I guess in a way it would be simulation. I also remembered I didn't tell the website, this website. There are two websites. First is CEVELIC. Oh no, wait. CEVELJC. Chevels. It basically means like a shoe, but a bit nicer word for it. And if you look closely, there's a shoe here, a shoe here, a shoe here, and even the shark is a shoe, and it says elegance, attack. The website is this, Chevels, so CEVELJC, and the other website, which I was more or less working on for the previous week, had quite a lot of trouble, because they were primarily at a different company, and that different company used their skinned and a bit changed version of WordPress, but they didn't give all of the administrative rights to their account, so it was very hard to do what I wanted to do, so had to sort that out. And the website is ingridsheels.com. If you go to this website, they have it linked there. Even though I procrastinate so much about making the videos for YouTube, I still am constantly thinking about it. It's constantly on my mind. Whenever I open my computer, I have a spreadsheet that's telling, see this box, it's white, and if you don't act soon, it's gonna turn red, and you don't want it to be red. Yellow is passable, but still very bad. Even though sometimes if I upload, or do I even? I don't. I'm very strict with it. Green means you were on time, yellow means that it was recorded somewhat on time, but because of other factors, it was uploaded the next day. I'm guessing this will also be yellow, because, or maybe it won't be, depends. Funny. I often think that I would want to have Ramble videos, but then I never remember how I would do them so that they would be entertaining. But even now, this is going on for a while, and there's still so many things I want to tell. So the point was, it's constantly on my mind, and I've been noticing that in those more structured videos of mine, I'm always hurrying very quickly, I'm going very fast, and because of that, I cut away bits that are very important for a video, that make the videos seem a bit more alive. It's quite interesting how the walls look so red and they're actually not. I guess it's this camera. It makes things much more red, like my lips. They're actually not red. And I'm actually much more pale than this shows. Also, the problem is the lighting. Because it's very, very tungsten colored, like 2300 Kelvin. But yeah, I've been working hard at the company, and I usually work more than 8 hours a day there, although it's not required of me. So for the past week, well, basically after I was watching the TED video for time management, I've been thinking about it and came to the realization that I want to do a bit more with my life than just work. So I still work a lot, but I think I do considerable work there, which is nice. So much to tell, so much to show, but the time is running low. So I shall go. Thank you for watching. Funny. I say thank you for watching, even though I'm well aware that no one that watches these videos, which is mostly me, but no one besides me gets to the end of the video. And I know that because YouTube has a very good statistics. It tells you audience retention when they drop out of the video, and it's usually pretty fast. Which should mean that I should feel more free to share stuff. But there's still that biting in the side of, at the back of my head, that someone who I don't want will watch the video, and then they will know. But as I said before, so much to say, so much to do, so little time. It's time to go. It's not what I said before, because before it rhymed. But still, sleep well. Me.